Ciao from Castellammare del Golfo. We're going to go inside the Arab Norman castle to see some artifacts and also some work tools used historically in the area. But first, let's go to San Vito del Capo and one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Europe. We're going to walk around and also sample some local goodies. On the way to San Vito del Capo, we usually stop right here at the Belvedere, where you get an incredible perspective shot of Castellammare and the area. Alcamo Marina is the next town over. On the way to San Vito del Capo, we stop in Custonaci to see the sanctuary of Santa Maria of Custonaci, the cathedral here. Truly a magnificent structure. And look at this fabulous marble floor. Here's the scene in mid-June. Look at this water. So when is the best time to come to San Vito del Capo? Well, as you can see, June, it's pretty packed. July, August, September, forget about it. Including the San Vito del Capo Couscous Festival. It attracts people from all over the world and it is packed, trust me. October, pretty good. November, pretty empty, and also December. But no matter what time of the year, come look at this beach. Okay, so how's the water in mid-June? Let me call it fresh. I did go all the way in, but it didn't stay too long. Certainly is a good refresher. With this view, are you kidding me? In September, when there's the Couscous Festival, at night, this whole area turns into a big party and people dancing with lots of music. So that's in September. And then there's couscous, there's vegetable, there's meat, there's fish couscous. And you can just buy a ticket and go from one place to another and try different couscous. You may not be able to see it, but there's some pink in the sand here because that's the pink stone that comes here. We're here just in time for the festival of San Vito, the martyr of this town, and all the activities around festivals are printed on pages like this. You'll see this in every single town. And the actual date that the saint comes out is on the 15th. So let me tell you a little history about this beautiful edifice. It was around the 4th and 5th century. They were already building some kind of structure here. But it wasn't until the 1400s that it was dedicated to San Vito, the martyr. But it's actually built like a fortress, like many of the churches that we see here in Sicily. And it is the biggest one in San Vito del Capo. And then you go have a coffee, have a granita, and then walk around this town over here. This is the main street, but actually there are streets that go perpendicular and there's lots of shops and of course the beach. Azzurra is one of our great guides in the province of Trapani, and here we are in Erice, and San Vito del Capo is not far from here. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of this most beautiful seaside town.
Yes, San Vito del Capo is one of the main tourist attractions we have in western Sicily, and is very well known because of the sandy beach. The name of San Vito del Capo comes from a saint who lived in the 3rd century. He was one of the first martyrs, one of the first saints that were persecuted by the Romans, by the Roman emperor. And he was native from Mazara del Vallo, another city in southwestern Sicily. But he had to escape from his native town with his teacher and his nanny, and they reached that area that now is known as San Vito del Capo, but it was called in the past with another name, Capo e Gitarso. And there they tried to spread the message of the Gospels to the local people, but the Roman soldiers arrived, so the three had to escape, and they reached Rome with a little boat, first southern Italy and then Rome. So after this passage, the town was called after San Vito, San Vito Lo Capo. That's celebrated the 15th of June every year.
The sanctuary of San Vito is very particular. It looks like a fortress with Arabic influences.
Yes, that's right. It's a church, but has the aspect of a fortress, a military aspect. Because when it was built, and then many pilgrims started to reach San Vito Lo Capo, because this saint was worshipped for being a healer. He was able to heal people, and he had many devotees to come to this, like on pilgrimage to this sanctuary. So even in the following centuries after he died, people continued to go to his sanctuary. But they created this church and enlarged it as a fortress because they were afraid of being attacked by the pirates, but that happened just in the 1500s. So the aspect the church has nowadays dates back to the 1500s. The original church was probably a small chapel dedicated to our San Vito.
Fantastic town, not only for the couscous, the beaches, but strong history, just like all of Sicily.
That's right.
Grazie mille.
Thank you. Grazie. Bye-bye.
This is called an arancina.
It's the biggest one I ever saw in my life.
The biggest one I've ever seen. Bust it open, honey. Holy moly.
Got spinach and mozzarella.
This is like a, what is it? It's like a...
It's got spinach in it and mozzarella cheese.
Wow. Buon appetito.
So I'll eat half of it today and half of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Oh, let me see
You know,
that.
Esther, this job that you have me doing today, someone has to do it. And it might as well be me. We're in San Vito Lo Capo.
Mangia.
I'm going to give a shout out to Catherine and her husband who just bought a house in this environment, and Vivian Cucchietta and her family who hail from San Vito.
Buon appetito.
All right.
This is like a putting ball. Our traveler Travis, good friend and repeat traveler, told me that there's sweets here from Piana del Albanese, which is the award winning for the longest cannoli and supposedly the best. So let's see. Scusa?
Il vero cannolo di Piana dell'Albanese.
The real cannoli from Piana del Albanese. E voi siete da lì?
Sì.
So they are from here.
Facciamo l'estate e poi andiamo là all'inverno.
Ah, in the summer they're here, in the winter they go. So let's go inside. Oh my. These sweets are unbelievable. Wow. Handmade, all of them. So if you come to San Vito Lo Capo in the summer, il vero cannolo di Piana dell'Albanese, and these guys are from there. And as you saw inside, pretty good looking desserts. Buongiorno. Tutto locale. Everything is local. Come? Oh, he's local as well. Wow. Take a look at the size of this cucumber. Holy moly. Positano, this brand of clothes, are everywhere. Have such cute stuff. This is one of those towns that you just have to go explore all these side streets because there's lots of restaurants, shops, and so forth all over. There's one restaurant after another in the street, but make sure you go off the beaten path because there are many others. All right, Christine, you've been at beaches all over the place. What'd you think of this one?
This is the best beach I've ever been to, bar none, for my entire life.
Did you guys hear this?
Best beach.
Best beach?
Caribbean,
And
other parts of Sicily, Greece, New York,
Sarasota.
Florida. Siesta Key is good. This is 1,000 times better.
I
and
didn't like beaches, and this is nice.
because you did a lot of
planning on coming
shopping,
back.
you had a cannoli from Piana Albanese. All right,
More
you heard it right here on You Me in
I would
Sicily.
stay for at least 2 nights.
Okay, lots of good shopping here. If you don't want to go to a shop, there's these guys over here on the street selling all types of knickknacks in case you forget to bring a hat, a towel, or some cute outfits. And here we are back in Castellammare del Golfo. This is our home base for our West Coast tour of Sicily in June. We're here down in the marina, and here's the majestic castle. So let's go inside the castle where you'll see some artifacts and ancient tools used throughout history here in Castellammare and the surrounding area. By the way, this is an Arab Norman fortress castle. Arab Norman because when the Arabs came here in the 800s, they built these types of fortresses all over the island, and then the Normans, when they came here in the year 1000, 1060, 70, they enlarged it. But this is the scene here in Castellammare in the morning. The fishermen are just coming in, and of course we've had a million, okay, I say a million, but what I really mean is 3 or 4 videos on Castellammare, which you can enjoy on our playlist. Let's go inside. I love these old ancient technologies, but you know what? It worked. Great cameras. And who remembers these phones?
Questi sono le buse che servono per fare la pasta.
That's how
o
they
I maccheroni
make the
tipici.
positini or maccheroni.
Il maccherone è tipico di Castellammare e del palermitano. Mentre la busiata è tipica del trapanese, da Balata di Baida in poi, da Buseto in poi, tutto nel trapanese, c'è la busiata. Mentre dalla parte,
is the most
siccome
important.
noi siamo l'ultimo
Here.
paese della provincia di Trapani,
This is the last town in the province of
abbiamo
Trapani.
la tradizione di fare sia i maccheroni
Se maccheroni
o le busiate, perché
busiata?
siamo al limite e quindi
This is the last time, right in between the province of Palermo and Trapani. Now that is over there where they knead the pasta. That's where they roll it
purtroppo
out.
il maccherone qua nelle nostre trattorie, ristoranti, nessuno riesce a farlo.
No one
Lo
else
si
does
fa
it
a
like this.
casa.
Only in the
Mentre la
house.
busiata ormai ha preso campo e quindi la trovi sia fresca che anche secca.
You can find busiata fresh or dry.
Capito? Secca,
Sì, sì.
quindi diciamo ha avuto più
And that's how you knead the grain. And down here, the grain fell down, and this is the more modern mulino.
Sì.
It's a grain that's indigenous here to Castellammare, and that's how they corrected the wheat and separated it over here. And that's the industrial one.
Quello è pure un mulino però più moderno.
That's a mulino. A mulino is
Rispetto a
what
questo.
they
Quella è in pietra e
do the
questa
grains.
invece ha una parte meccanica che veniva azionata sempre da
Electrical.
sì, è
This is
elettrico.
electric.
Questo è elettrico. Questo è
And look at this cart. Here's the key that holds all the wheels together. The detail on this cart, in all carts in Sicily, is just amazing. Oh, you put this on top of a donkey.
L'animale veniva caricato, pesanti.
This is where they make the wine, ancient times.
Questo
This is for the wine.
del bottaio.
Here's how
Questa
they
macchina
bottle
è per
it.
l'imbottigliamento del vino.
This is how they bottle it. This machine right here is how they bottle it. Yep.
Sì, sono tutte cose che riguardano.
And those are the barrels that they keep it in.
Queste sono le unità di misura.
These are the different ways of measuring. This is
Sono
for
per
the
misurare i
wheat.
Cereali.
This is
I
to measure
piselli,
cereal.
I ceci.
This is where they crush the grapes.
Quella
So you put it in there.
Questa diciamo è in epoca più antica che veniva utilizzata.
And this is where they made the ricotta.
Questo è tutto il mondo dell'allevatore.
This is how you measure grains, milk, sugar.
Succedeva che per le vie di Castellammare passava quello con le capre.
These were the old plasmon chi è? No.
I biscotti a plasma sono i biscotti dei bambini.
Ah, okay.
Tutti i bambini
For little
italiani
kids.
sono stati cresciuti da
So
plasma.
instead of plastic and paper, everything
È una
was
marca
held.
famosa, la siciliana, vedi la cassata siciliana, sono i
Cassata
dolcetti
siciliana. Sit right there and form the shoes just
Questa
like
è la
this.
chitarra del calzolaio che nei momenti di pausa faceva un po' di musica. Anticamente i materassi erano di lana.
This is where they made the wool
Per gli indumenti, per le coperte, per l'attrezzo
of
che
weaving.
spandava la lana.
That's what you sewed with. And this machine right here is what you
Veniva
used to
colorata.
make it longer, and then you colored it. This is for all the types of farming and building.
Questa vedi la cartarella ed è in metallo, ora è tutto
metal.
plastica.
And these were axes and
E qua visto c'è scritto
All types of
fabbrica dei
machine.
mattoni. A Castellammare si facevano i mattoni. Questo è il granaio del castello.
now we're up here at the public garden, Villa Margherita, and there's a beautiful World War I memorial to all who fell from Castellammare del Golfo. But what I want to do is take you guys over here to see the view from here. It's not as spectacular as the one from up top before we went to San Vito lo Capo, but just gorgeous. And we were actually very, very grateful and thankful for the people of Castellammare for opening the castle, because if you're here in 2024, the castle is closed to the public unless you do some type of an arrangement with the mayor's office. So here's the view from up top. Thankful for the people of Castellammare for taking us inside that gorgeous castle and showing us around and explaining the rich history. Castellammare del Golfo, castle, fortress by the sea. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to our video. And of course, we'll be back here every Sunday, 4 p.m. Sicily time. And we'll see you on another video. Arrivederci.